Hello there, you wonderful people, and welcome to my 2025 Halloween video. Last year I had made this big speed drawing video for Halloween, and since my art style has changed quite a bit since then, I wanted to redraw this drawing from last year for this year's Halloween words. And since I started voicing over my speed drawing videos, I wanted to do that for this video as well. So, while watching the speed drawing, you can listen to me telling you a few spooky stories. I have experienced each of these stories except for one. Can you guess which one? Now, relax, lean back, have a snack, and enjoy this year's Halloween video. Also, little side note, since the speed drawing video itself is pretty long, but the stories aren't that long, I had to put space in between the stories, so sometimes there's just music playing and no talking. I hope that's okay. Yeah, okay, now let's get to the stories. I was sitting on my bed, drawing. My cat sat down next to me, like she often does. Something caught her interest in the corner of the walls beside me. I thought it was probably just a bug or a spider. A few minutes went by and she was still staring. I looked at her, and followed her eyes to where she was looking, expecting to see a bug or a spider, but nothing. I asked her what she was looking at because something felt weird. Of course I didn't expect an answer, but I needed to stay rational, and that helped me stay calm. You should know, our home is old and close to the village's cemetery. My mother and grandmother told me to ask things that bother me to leave. So, starting to feel a little uneasy, I looked at the corner and said, "Go away," and my cat averted her gaze from the corner. My sleep schedule has been terrible for years. Some nights I would lay in bed for hours and still couldn't sleep. One of these nights it was very warm, so my window was open. We don't live close to any very busy streets. Usually nights are very quiet. As I sat on my bed, looking at the time and seeing it had just hit 3:30 a.m., I heard whistling. I was confused and a little uneasy, so I got up from my bed and walked to my window to see where it came from. Despite the bright orange street light outside our home, I couldn't see anyone or anything that would be whistling. To not scare myself more, I told myself it must have been someone out with their dog, closed the window, and turned off my lights. The whistling kept going for another hour. My mother and I had been at an appointment together and were now on our way back to our car. To get to our car, we had to walk through the cemetery. I try to politely greet the cemetery whenever I enter one, out of respect of the people lying there. and when leaving, I thank the people for letting me step through. Then I say goodbye. After my mother and I entered the cemetery, we were quietly talking and admiring the beautiful gravestones and flowers. We weren't alone. A few people were minding their own business and visiting graves of their loved ones. As we were about to leave the cemetery again, I turned around to say my thanks and goodbye. But I was surprised. All the way my mother and I had been walking, a man had walked a few feet behind us. I could both see him in the corner of my eye and feel his presence, but he was gone. He would have had to pass us to disappear like that, or at least still be somewhere, but he wasn't. I thought I was probably imagining him, until my mother told me she thought there had been a man walking behind us. I was standing in the shower, eyes closed. I felt annoyed because the shower curtain kept sticking to my leg, until I remembered that we don't have one. After I had fallen down the stairs and finally gotten out of the hospital again, I was temporarily sleeping in a different room in our home until I could walk the stairs again. There was a lot going on for me during that time, and I didn't sleep well. And one night, I had my first ever sleep paralysis. I had always been afraid of having one, so I had looked up things I could do in case I ever do have one. And that night, it happened. Lying on my side, I was suddenly awake, but something was off. I wasn't sure what was wrong, but something just wasn't right. I hadn't tried moving yet, so I didn't know if it was actually a sleep paralysis. But just in case it was, I closed my eyes so I wouldn't see any hallucinations. Not seeing them didn't save me from still hallucinating. I heard the door open and my younger sibling walking in. They stepped closer to the bed. Around that time, my sibling used to do that thing where they constantly poked me in the side with their finger. And right then, I could feel them doing that. The finger poked me in the side. Once, twice, 3 times. I kept my eyes shut. My sibling told me to open my eyes. I don't know why, but for a split second I could feel my eyes starting to open, but I pressed them shut again. At that point, I was sure of this being a sleep paralysis. My sibling told me to open my eyes because they need to show me something on my phone, which was standing on the nightstand next to me. I tried to move my toes and fingers to wake myself up. Right when my sibling's voice began to sound weird, I snapped out of it and woke up. The door closed, my sibling gone, but my phone was turned on and facing me. And there you go. These were all my spooky stories that I had prepared for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for being here, and happy Halloween.